But first tonight, passengers aboard disabled cruise ship Triumph are nearing the end of their nightmare.
Now the ship is expected to dock between 9:30 and 10:30 tonight. We've got a live look of the cruise ship port from our CNN folks, and that of course is Mobile, Alabama. More than 4,000 people are on board that ship, and many are already in line in order to get off that ship as fast as they can when it does make port. The process of leaving the cruise ship is expected to take several more hours. Now, earlier today we saw the first clear signs of desperation on board. People painting signs on bed sheets asking for help. The passengers have already endured 4 days of filth and squalor.
We were told to use plastic bags and tie them up and then put them out in the hallway for somebody to pick them up. And then once the commodes got full, to use the shower.
Pipes are busting. I know the sewer is backing up and like water is in the cabins, and it's just a nightmare.
Now across Central Texas today, friends and loved ones of the stranded passengers began hearing from them. The ship set up temporary power lines to make cell phone use possible.
And a worried Leander mom finally heard from her son. She told KXAN's David Scott about the deplorable conditions he described. All new at 9.
I'm sorry. I thought I'd be okay with this, but I could just hear in his voice that, he said, "Mom, it's not good."
Lynette Jackson had not heard from her son Vernon or his fiancee Kim since the engine room fire broke out Sunday. He described the difficult trip home, especially hard on children and seniors.
He said it's been really bad on the elderly, and he said, "Mom, I just can't talk about it right now." And I said, "Okay."
They set up tents on deck as the cabins had no AC, but sleeping was difficult.
They're exhausted. They're just, he said the ship has been listing either to the right or to the left constantly. He said, so you're always off balance.
With electricity and the water pipes down, the ship has been awash in human waste.
He said it's horrible. He said it's everywhere. He said they will try to accommodate up to like 12 restrooms, and he said within minutes they're just overflowing or they break down.
And with the food on board rotting, meals were slim pickings.
They've been eating onion sandwiches, tomato sandwiches, like a slice of tomato on some bread. Pesto was one sandwich, and he said that there was a line of 4 hours of waiting to receive a hamburger.
With the ship limping in, Lynette can only think of seeing her son again.
When my son gets to Dallas, I'm heading to Dallas.
She hopes that will be Saturday. David Scott, KXAN News.
All right, so for those passengers, Carnival is giving all guests a full refund, a future cruise credit, and $500 compensation per person. As for the Triumph, the next 14 trips are canceled while that ship is cleaned and checked out. So what is next for the passengers once they finally get off the cruise? Well, more traveling, we're told. Carnival says it has paid for buses and transportation to those needing it to get back to Galveston, where many people boarded that ship, and so many of them left their cars. The trip along I-10 from Mobile will take 7 to 8 hours, depending on the traffic. The distance is close to 500 miles. That means no matter what, the earliest those folks will arrive in Texas, if they're taking the roads, is sometime tomorrow.